going to do a great review today on something you probably heard of, but not fully understand. Today, we're going to be discussing methyl B12. So I went to a local vitamin store here in the malls. It's called Healthy Options. I'm sure you can acquire this, in other, vitamin shops and things like that. Healthy Options. It might be a worldwide brand. I don't really know. Once again, I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am not a health guru. This is just take this at your own risk. I try my best to do as much research as I can, and this is what I found out. So in simple layman's terms, it's the non-active form versus the active form. So let's get deeper into that as to what that is, so you fully understand how it can benefit you at the end of the day. So methyl B12 is basically the active form of B12. So the part methyl basically translates into your body can use it right away. Non-methylated products, it takes time for the body to convert it and then use the B12 or folate or folic acid that you're trying to consume. Everyone's reaction to this vitamin is different, obviously, right? So don't take my word for it. You're gonna have to do your research, like I said, on the methyl B12 and see how your body reacts to it. I'm gonna list the cons, but I'm gonna list the pros as well. Let's break it down because I know everyone wants to kind of understand, is this good for me at the end of the day? Is it gonna affect me? What are the cons to it? These are just things that an average person asks. Hopefully these help you as to this is what I found out in my research. So B12, this vitamin is super essential because it helps with energy production. So if you're tired all the time, you're struggling to get out of bed, your methyl B12 helps convert food into energy, which means less fatigue and more get-up power, right? I work graveyard shifts, so I definitely need this, right? Brain function, so methyl B12 helps with cognitive function, memory, and focus. It's like adding a turbocharger to your brain, honestly. And hopefully for me, a renewed vigor at the end of the day when it comes to brain functionality. Brain power, which is something I'm really, past couple of years, this is a very big thing for me when it comes to nootropics, it is brain power, okay? So if you ever feel like a mental fog, honestly, I do sometimes. Comment down below if you feel mental fog. This vitamin might be your best friend or your new best friend. Better mood, which is something that everyone, especially my family, can benefit from. So if you're feeling blue lately, low B12 levels can mess with your mood. So methyl B12 helps create neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. It has been known to put you in a better mood overall and helping your body's cells work properly. Highly absorbable. So as I said before, methyl equates to being active. Because it's in an active form already, methyl B12 is super easy for your body to absorb. So it skips a conversion process the non-methylated B12 has to go through. It's literally on the express highway to get you where you need to be because it's an active form. It's highly absorbable. Number two, it's perfect for people with an MTHFR mutation. I looked into this more because I'm like, oh, what is this? I had a bad word in my head, my brain, to be honest with you. But around 40% of the people have this gene called MTHFR. It's a mutation, which basically means, from my understanding, comment down below if I'm totally wrong on this, but it basically means certain people, 40% allegedly, can't properly process regular B12, which gave way to potentially, or why there's a methylated version of it. Because they created this methylated version of it, it's ready to go because some people, 40%, don't have that gene to process B12. So I suggest if you are gonna, before you take this, maybe to potentially, I didn't do it, I'll be honest with you, take the MTHFR test. It could be a game changer for a lot of you because it also promotes mental clarity with the focus in mind, right? So I'm always into not getting things, comment down below if you are too, not getting into things that will bring you super up, but bring you down as well, where you're just like shot. I don't want that feeling. I want sustained energy throughout the whole entire day and then naturally be exhausted and go to sleep. I mean, not exhausted, just wanting to rest and things like that. 4, it supports the nervous system and heart health, which is, as I'm getting older, for those of you who are in your 40s, heart, cardiovascular, and a whole slew of other things. We gotta take care of it, guys. So B12 is essential for a healthy nervous system. And it has been shown to even reduce levels of homocysteine, which is, from my research, it's a risk factor for heart disease. I do have a lot of heart issues within my family, so I'm always so careful with this as well. So in short, it's good for your heart and your brain, which it's a win-win. Let's lay down the cons of methyl B12, because at the end of the day, you kind of want to know everything about it, so you have a well-educated thought process as to, do you want to buy this or not? Is this for me or not? So if you hear this long, I commend you. I really appreciate it. I found 3 potential cons that you might face if you take methyl B12. So number 1, potential overdose. Now, I was really weirded out when I heard this, because, when you hear OD, but while it's rare, taking too much B12 can lead to some side effects like dizziness, anxiety, and an upset stomach. So always stick to always stick to what's recommended dosage wise. Don't think like, I'm not feeling it, let me take more. Don't do that. You probably have to go to a doctor at the end of the day if there's something more deeper. Probably I can almost guarantee there's something deeper there. The cost, non-methylated versus methylated, I did find out it's a bit more expensive. Methylated is a bit more expensive, right? Because it's in a more bioavailable form, which is the active form, which is ready to go. Methyl B12 tends to be a bit more expensive than regular B12. So keep that in mind when you're using this as a supplement regimen of vitamins that you're taking or supplements that you're taking, okay? So factor that in, please. If your body can't process B12 properly and you have to get methylated B12, I understand that there's a cost associated with that because it is bioavailable, it's in its active form already. So just keep that in mind when it comes to cost. This particular bottle set me back, I think $40 at the end of the day in US terms, 40 bucks. So this one is 100 tablets right here, right? Or lozenges, it says here. So I don't know if you see that right there. So let me try to focus in here. 100 lozenges, right? And this one is, serving size is 1. So take 1 lozenge daily. So this should technically last me about a little bit over 3 months at the end of the day. So 3 months for 40 bucks, amazing. I don't know. For me, it's a great investment at the end of the day, right? So cost-wise, for some of you, if that's too costly, that's a con. And number 3, not necessarily for everyone. This is very important, okay? And it took me about like 3 months, honestly, researching this to even want to buy it, because I'm like, and I have 1 kidney. So here's a link to, if your body doesn't have a problem processing non-methylated B12, then you don't need the methylated version, obviously. If you are going to take the test, go ahead for the MTHFR test to see if you have that gene, because it's 40% that for people that can't take the they have an issue, with non-methylated versions of B12. To be honest with you, I bought this because I had some great reviews on why this is a really great product when it comes to absorption in the body. Next, who should take methylated B12? Obviously, we went over people that have that 40% gene that can't take it, but essentially, who should take it? Number 1, vegans and vegetarians. Because B12 is mostly gotten, or I think all gotten from, correct me if I'm wrong, most B12 is gotten from meat products, and obviously if you're a vegan or vegetarian, you're not going to consume meat. You're going to need a supplement for the B12. Methyl B12 could fill that gap. Comment down below if you have other sources of B12, especially those of my vegan and vegetarian friends out there. 2, older adults. As you get older, sometimes you're not going to be able to absorb all the nutrients like your body used to when you're younger. So a methylated version might work out a lot better because it's in its active form and it's ready to go. So, and honestly, when you're older, you do want that boost of energy, right? I will give you a full-on review after like a month, or even 3 months, or month to month, if I remember, to make more videos of this. So here's my disclaimer once again. Always consult your healthcare provider. as they know you. They, you know, get some blood work done, clear everything. You can take this. I'm taking this at my own risk because it's my body and I'm that type of person. And last but not least, just wrapping things up. So methyl B12, this is the Healthy Options version right here. Might be for you. This particular one is 1,000 mcg. I'll give you some feedback every month and things like that. Comment down below if you want that. We went over the pros, the cons, who should take it. Do your own due diligence with this product, because at the end of the day, it's your body. You got to take care of it. And I'll see you next time. And please help build a community by commenting down below on other alternatives that are great. If you guys have taken this before, I would love to see your reaction as to, has it really helped you? Has it really given you good energy, focus, and things like that? Because that's what I'm really looking for. So I look forward to on our next video where I'll be doing the methylfolate one right here, where I'll be doing methylfolate and its pros and cons and who should take it and things like that. But take care. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.